There we go. Okay. Operation Battle Axe.
Orders have come in for an emergency sortie. A major air engagement is taking place as we speak between Belka and the Allied forces near the border, in the B-7R airspace, which Belka is committed to defend at all costs. B-7R, commonly known as the Round Table, has long been a symbol of Belka's political, military, and industrial...
I love how there's such strong,
However,
you know, Legend of Arthur overtones to this, despite the fact that it doesn't really take place in our world.
Simultaneously attack B-7R with a massive fighter squadron. This mission may be our chance to finally end the Belkan War once and for all. I wish you luck.
Okay, definitely need to gear up for more air-to-air combat this time. Well, let's see what we can buy. Well, I can get an Su-27. Good. Can get an F-15. Could get a Griffin. Griffin. Gryffindor! Yeah, I know that escalated. Can't get an Su-37. I know I can't get an XO2 yet. So let's go grab that Su-27. Got the XMAA. Hi there, DOS nerd. More information. Can you tell me more about those XMAA? Nope. Oh well. I'll buy it anyway. Self-forging fragment submunitions. Interesting. I don't think I want to buy them, but that's really unique. Okay, let's use this to take a look at the special weapons. Nope, can't do that because I can't sell its base weapon. Okay. So let's go ahead and save. Because if you've watched enough of me by now, you know I take every chance I possibly can to save. Because I absolutely hate having to redo gameplay. Okay. XMAA. Yep, that's the one I was hoping for. Bwee. Yeah, you get the XMAA too. Do I finally have a better plane than you do, Pixie? I don't know. Were you actually shooting at something or just showing off? Okay. Actually shooting at something. Well, there's 2 of us on the way. Hooray. Giant furball. That was fun. Okay. I see Pixie using the XMAA there. Awesome. Yeah. I know the enemy threat level's down. I've been carving them up with these things. Hey there, Nathan Sifu. That's probably because it's been a while since you've played Ace Combat. There really aren't many other decent air combat games out there. I honestly can't think of any others. The last non-Ace Combat flight game I really enjoyed was Eve Valkyrie on PSVR. Obviously, there's no air when you're fighting there, so, you know. Alright, I'll take neutralized. Oh, jeez. Okay, Rogue Squadron was pretty fun. I will grant that. But considering this is PS2, and really the last numbered installment of Ace Combat was on the Xbox 360. And the last installment in general was only on the PS3. And it was an online-only free-to-play game that was still pretty good, don't get me wrong, but it got taken offline, so I can't even play it on my, you know, quest to go through all of the Ace Combat games. Which kind of stinks. Because every Ace Combat game seems to have some sort of, you know, war crime atrocity in it. And the one in Ace Combat Infinity just jarred me when it happened. You're going along, one of your wingmen has to eject, and your enemy shoots them out of the sky while they're, you know, parachuting back down. That's a huge no-no. No one does that. It'd be interesting if they add, like, because there were some actual storyline sort of missions. It'd be interesting if they add those missions as DLC for Ace Combat 7 or something. Oh, and last night, I recognized Gelb as a German word for a color. I guessed green. I'm incorrect, it was yellow. I had to look it up later. Dang. A little jink I had to do threw it off. Come on. Ace Combat 5, though they haven't officially announced it, one of the bonuses for pre-ordering Ace Combat 7 is a copy of Ace Combat 5, which the only way that that could be happening would be if they're re-releasing it on the PlayStation Network on the PS4 as a PS2 classic. So if you really want to get into Ace Combat 5, which to be honest has the best storyline out of the bunch so far, keep an eye out for that on the PS4. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, well, at least I hit him. Ooh, hey, named enemy. Gotta go after him. Gotcha. Okay. Now let's go back to the actual targets. Speaking of which, cover me. Yeah, well, good luck if they can actually get a lock on me. Following this dude around. There we go. Alright, now let's focus on Silver here. Gotta be quick on the trigger finger. But not that quick. Come on. There we go. Whew. One more to go. No, he's gonna dodge that one. There we go. Mission accomplished.
All targets within combat airspace are down.
Woohoo! Oh, I was trying to dip my wings at him, but boom!
We were victorious in the B7R engagement. The round table is finally topped. According to our report,
So that was mission
the
10.
pilot in the F4E that you engaged was an academy-trained ace.
And you see that it says mission 10K up in the corner. That Silver crew that came after me, depending on whether my ace style down at the bottom is mercenary, soldier, or knight, it'll be 3 different squadrons that get sent after me. So Silver came after me because I've got a knight ace rating right now. That's the thing about Ace Combat 0. It's a prequel to 4 and 5. It's shorter than both of them, but there are a couple of missions where there are like 3 different parts of the mission that you could play. So this one is actually built more for replay value than the other previous 2. Okay. F4E. No thanks. I've got an SU-27. Why the hell would I want an F4E?
My pulse raced at the astounding accomplishments of the mercenary known as Demon Lord. I forgot about my job and read everything I had on hand. Around the time Demon Lord received his nickname, South Belka showed signs of weariness regarding the war. Because the region was set up as a defense line to protect the birthplace of Belka in the north, the people's dissatisfaction had reached a climax. The cities declared themselves demilitarized and peacefully surrendered to the Allied forces. Unable to establish a defensive position, the Belkan army kept retreating to the north. The end of the war.
That's another thing about this series is it takes place in a world that's called Strange Real. There are licensed aircraft, but this takes place in a fictional world, so they can really open up the storytelling. And the stories are really good.
I wanted to capture the war and the Demon Lord from their point of view. To capture the voices of those who were there.
So, this cutscene coming up changes depending on whether you've been playing as one type of ace or another, because you might not have fought against the Indigo Squad. So you'll see different interview cutscenes depending on your playthrough.
Well, that day, right before I deployed, my airspace assignment was changed. Initially, my squadron was assigned to the stable Eastern Front. That was changed to Area B7R, the round table where casualties were recorded at a fearsome pace. It's also the place where I met him. It was just 2 planes, him and an Eagle. And yet our lead force didn't stand a chance against them. I could tell he was good, and it was going to be bad for us. But there was something else I noticed. He hesitated. A vulnerability that can be exploited. I was certain I would win. The pilot was still young. He had yet to master the rules of combat. But in the end, I was shot down.
Gelb Team is number 2, former member of the Belkan Air Force, 5th Air Division, 23rd Tactical Fighter Squadron, Rainer Altman. He flew the skies of Directus during the capital's liberation, and he's still there to this day.
I met him above this very sky. I can still hear the sound of the missile alerts from that day. I received an order to fly to Directus on my way back from an intercept mission on the southern defense line. The order itself wasn't unusual. We kept being deployed from one mission to the next without receiving even the basic maintenance. But
oh,
the
no.
situation was the same all around.
In fact, Ace Combat 3 is kind of futuristic.
The station squadrons
But to be perfectly honest, you're safe starting at 4. Like 4, 5, and 0 really are fantastic. I haven't played 6 very much yet, but it looks like it's got another comparable story.
I couldn't see any emotion in his maneuvers. I didn't feel like I was fighting against a human being.
And
In that battle
Ace Combat 5 took me 10 hours to finish. Partially because storyline mission, you know, took a while.
Member of the Belkan Air Force, 51st Air Division, 126th Tactical Fighter Squadron. Dietrich Kellerman. He was once the top ace at Belka and a fiery instructor.
But yeah, so if it comes out on PlayStation Network,
The Belkan Air Force sent him to
totally
the front
grab
lines
it.
to bolster troop morale.
He was good.
Also, let's
From
see
what I heard
here.
about him, I thought he was still just a young mercenary. But he matured since then. He still wasn't perfect, but I could see he had come a long way towards understanding the rules of combat.
Also, in January, I'm going to be doing a
Is to let go of
giveaway
to survive,
where
to adhere to the rules
someone
you
will
set for
win
yourself.
one copy each of Ace Combat 1 through 6 and 0.
And when I saw him, I could
And if I meet my sub goal by January, I'll throw in another giveaway for Ace Combat 7 itself.
For an old soldier like me.
Every time I flew with him, his skill stood out. He was unstoppable. He was cool-headed and proud. A combat professional. Demon Lord fit him perfectly. Maybe the man was blessed by the goddess of war. Before long, everyone had taken notice of him. More and more would show up to watch him go off on sortie. Mercenaries or maintenance crew, it didn't matter. People wanted to burn his image to their memories. Hell, they weren't the only ones.
The Belkan forces are beginning to take flight. The industrial city of Hoffman is crucial to the enemy's industrial strategy and the heart of its war productions. The Allied forces have decided that all Belkan war production must be stopped.
I've been looking forward to it. I've slowly collected duplicates of each of the games over the past year or so. Covers PS1, PS2, and Xbox 360, so...
We have achieved near total air supremacy over the target area, but don't let your guard down. There may still be sporadic resistance.
Okay, looks like we're gonna have mostly ground targets this time. So, let's see. Is there another aircraft I could use other than... or I could purchase, that is? Ah, I can't buy the F-15 yet. Okay. Now, I wasn't a fan of the Su-27's air-to-ground weapon. Wait, what had I been using? Have I still been using the F-4? No. Hold on. Let's go to cell. F-20. That's what I've been using for air-to-ground. Okay. We're good then. Okay. Save. But yeah, I'm actually kind of hoping that in addition to Ace Combat 5, they bring Ace Combat 4 and 0 to the PlayStation Network. I doubt they'd bring Ace Combat 6 over, because that was only on the Xbox 360, but it would be cool if they did. I'm just not expecting that at all. Okay, so yeah, let's go with the F-20 and air-to-ground missiles. You... Nope, stick with those. Cover my ass in the sky. Then even nothingness was not, nor existence. There was no air then, nor the heavens beyond it. What covered it? What was the rest of that quote? I couldn't see because it disappeared too quickly before I was done reading it. Amen.
Cover the
Okay. Ooh, air-ground mission and a cloudy night. That sounds like fun. So the yellow targets you'll see there are optional, and that's how you get your ace rating changed. Those are, I don't want to say innocents, but they're targets that if you take them out, you start getting more of a disreputable reputation. So if you want to have the knight reputation, for example, sometimes even enemy planes will turn yellow if they're disabled, and you could decide to go after them and shoot them out of the sky anyway, or just leave them be. Come on, target. There we go. Yep, I know. Now they are gone. Yeah. I guess that's a good example of a game that's done that. And it's not like Bandai Namco are lacking in talent. Well, that's not nice. Oh crap, come on. Yay! The radio chatter in these games is really good too. What is that target? Ah, it's a helicopter. Okay. Nope. Let's turn around first. There we go. Ooh. Hooray for a named target. There we go. Oops. Should have paid attention to his orientation on the radar. There we go. Yeah, and the fun part about Mass Effect is that you got the better version if you waited for the PS3. Because they used the Mass Effect 3 engine for all 3 games when it came out in the trilogy. So I was kind of glad that happened. Ah. Get back here. There we go. Did we get him? Nope. There we go. I think I got all the targets.
You expect me to believe that arson and indiscriminate bombing is war? There's no mercy in war. It's a collision of powers. Even war has a set of rules to follow.
Okay, mission update.
I've detected an unknown craft on radar. The blip is barely visible. It may be a stealth.
There they are. Ah, my thumb slipped off the analog stick. There we go. No, it was just the graphical engine that they reused. Otherwise, everything else was... Hold on. Otherwise, everything else was the same. Someone with their finger on the trigger and the eyes on the prize. It happens. Alright. There's gotta be someone jamming my radar around here. Usually a 767. Usually really high up. But guess not. There we go. I think we're clear. Mission complete. Oh, come on. Oh. Now there are more targets. Excellent. I have to say, so far, this game has had the most competent wingman, too. I will regularly have him steal my kills. Oh, B2s. There we go. Woohoo!
Nobody knew why they were fighting anymore. All I felt at that point was sadness for the world.
Oh, I've stolen plenty of his kills, too.
Pursued by Allied forces, the Belkan forces have taken flight, abandoning Hoffman. Without military production capabilities, Belka is in a bind. We were also able to confiscate samples of what seemed to be experimental weapons from the abandoned war factories, before Belka had time to use them.
Ooh, that was a pretty good haul there. Yeah, we're at mission 12 of 18 already.
There are still pockets of
And this is only my second Ace Combat Zero stream.
Although fleeing, the Belkan army continues to fight back and are using the
So I'm pretty sure I'm going to get done in fairly short order tonight, as long as I don't start running into walls again.
For this mission, we would like you to assist the Allied ground troops by clearing the skies of enemy fighters. The South Belka munitions factory is located in Sudentor, which means the remaining troops, although few in number, are well outfitted. Head to the designated operations rendezvous location at point 203.
Not really giving me much information on my enemies, so we'll take the Su-37. What covered it? Where was it? In whose keeping? Was there then cosmic water in depths unfathomed? Haha, got it. Okay.
DJ, don't even think about talking to your girl over the radio. I wouldn't do that during a job. Route team, do you read me? Head for Voltreich to take out any remnant forces the Belkans could have positioned out there. Calm 2, what's the problem? You're behind. Don't worry, I'll catch up. This is PJ from Crew Team. Calm 2, is there a problem with your craft?
No.
Emergency transmission.
Mission update. Golem 2 is sad.
The Belkan bomber squadron equipped with nuclear weapons has taken off for Ostio. What? Enemy bombers are approaching this airspace. Calm team, Crew team, head to intercept. All 1, roger. Crew 2, moving to engage enemy. I'll stop him. This war would end if they blew everything up.
Golem 2, that's sounding suspiciously like sedition. Please stop.
Use those nukes.
Okay, well, at least Pixie is going after him. Well, that's different.
Don't worry about that now. Just concentrate on shooting down those bombers. All planes confirmed down. We did it! There's no impossible jobs for us mercenaries.
Yeah!
Freedom and we, Falcons. What the?
So, remember how I said that there was an atrocity in pretty much every Ace Combat game? Here's the one for this one. I want to get that green guy up in the corner there. Oh, he just disappeared. Dang it. I love it when they emphasize the oh shit, something's gone down with no background music. And you'll find out what happened in a few moments. It's actually something they talk about in the other games, or at least in Ace Combat 5, which is kind of interesting how they tell you about this particular plot point ahead of time, but when it happens, it's still like, oh, holy shit. Yeah. But Pixie flew off, and no amount of clapping is going to bring him back.
We were unable to confirm if the enemy squadron you engaged was equipped with nuclear weapons. We don't know all the details yet, but multiple nuclear detonations have been verified within the Belkan border. It is also unclear whether or not Galm 2, who disappeared during the mission, is still alive. We will continue our search efforts, but at this point there's not much hope. Our communications network is still down due to the nuclear explosions. Remain on standby until conditions improve.
Ooh, SU-32.
June 6th, 1995. I was still in school at the time, but I'll never forget the images I saw on the news that day. The Belkans set off 7 nuclear explosions on their own soil. Maybe their old militaristic leaders couldn't stand the idea of Allied forces invading their land, and declared to the world that the land to the north was the Holy Land of Belka. According to official records, more than 12,000 people died. It was a grand self-sacrifice that engulfed all. The only thing remaining was the desolate landscape. How did the people of Belka feel about what they saw? And what did he think of it when he looked down on it from the sky?
We have discovered remaining enemy troops gathered in the Yering mine area in northwest Belka.
Yeah.
Numerous divisions of the Belkan army refused to accept the change in government.
And like when things were getting really tense with North Korea, I was kind of wondering if something like that might happen.
There's still plenty of them.
Like if they would set off nukes
The higher Lark base
around their own territory,
has been arranged for your refueling. If your tank is low,
just as kind of a no, you can't fire us, we quit type of thing.
Crow team will be joining you. We're counting on your best performance yet.
Okay, lots of ground targets. Fair enough. Hey there, Baron Man. It's just the right kind of crazy I'd expect from that family, though. I think I'm going to go with, even though there are many more ground targets, I'm going to go with the SU-27 just so I've got something fancy to fly. But we're going to, well, let's check the hangar first. Anything interesting we can buy. Got 116,000. There's the F-15E. There's the SU-32. Ooh, which I can purchase now. Sweet. Ooh. And they've got the anti-ground and anti-aircraft. Oh, hell yes. Purchase. I can't afford the special weapons right now, but I can sell the SU-27. And that should give me enough. I wouldn't say it's in a more desirable... Well, okay, it's more desirable than global thermonuclear war. It's just kind of back to where it was. Which, you know... Wow, I can't buy both. Those are expensive special weapons. But at least now I've got anti-air and anti-ground on the same plane, so I can just pretty much stick with the Su-32 from here on. What else is this going to replace? Oh, it's going to replace my F-20. So, let's sell that too. Whoops. Yay! And let's save.